Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have a layout using the June Scraptastic kit. I got a total of 4 layouts done with this kit up to now. And so this, I believe, is the third one I uploaded. I'm not really sure. And this was in the period too where I was trying to use up those 10 packages of embellishment. So I have those freckled fawn chipboard, and I also have the asterisks that I'm going to use on this layout and some hearts from those 10 packages that I'm trying to use up. And here are some of the die cuts that I think I may be using, and then I'm going to use some distress ink, some 6x6 paper pad from Captured Life Echo Park, and then I had a 12x12 cardstock that's been in my stash like forever. It's a company that was from Canada, and it was called Scrapbook Sally, and it was a wholesale company. And so I still have about 50 sheets of that. So in my packing, I've discovered that navy blue color, and I really like it. So I had cut out the inside to matte photo on a different layout, and I kept it so that I could use it as a background. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use one of the pattern papers that's a nice aqua background. And this layout is very much so tone on tone. So it's all aquas and teals. And I didn't know if I want to use two photos of my grandson. That's the first time that he met Ace, when Ace was just a brand new little puppy. I think Ace was like 9 weeks or 10 weeks or something like that. We had gone up for Easter, which was the beginning of April, and or the end of April, something like that. And we had brought the dog with us because, you know, he was just too little to leave home at that time. And now he's just too big to take anywhere. He's massive. But anyway, so that was the first time that they met, and I kind of took a picture, and Mason is leaning in towards him to give him a hug, and the dog is really gentle and just kind of, you know, putting his head down to make sure he's not too rough with him. So that was super cute. I thought maybe I was going to use this chevron paper and cut it out, but I don't end up using it. And you can see my trimmer to the side. I've since pushed it over a few inches so that the light, because what happens is when I turn on the light, it changes the lighting. And so I've since moved the trimmer over, and I moved over my camera so it's not as distracting. And now there was a lot of papers from the Echo Park collection, so I bought the 6x6 paper pad just so that I could stretch the kit a little bit more, and ended up taking a sheet or two from the 6x6 paper pad. Now I'm kind of outlining with my pencil where the picture is going to be, and then I'm taking my distress ink and directly stamping on the page, direct to paper, and I'm just kind of going wonky, you know, up, sort of sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, and I'm kind of making a frame using the ink pad. And I'm going to go back and cut, yeah, fill in that last one. It just looked like it wasn't finished. So, and it just gives a lot of texture and a lot of definition to the background without really adding any, you know, too much. It was just ink pad right to the background. And I really love the distress inks for that, because they're nice and square, and you can make backgrounds like that. So I'm going to try different ways that maybe I can use that chevron paper, different colors. And it has a light on the trimmer that kind of tells you, you know, where you're going to cut. And because of all the lights that I have going on so that it's bright enough, it's just hard to see. So sometimes it takes me a couple of times to get it done. So I'm going to try several ways, and then I'm just going to give up on the idea and just put the strips away, and I'll just use it on a different layout. And I'm going to end up going in a different direction. So I'm going to go through all the trouble of cutting down the strips, and then I don't end up using it. So I can go through the trouble of, I'm going to cut it down into smaller strips, I guess, and into separate chevrons. And I'm trying to take, because at this point I kind of decided, it'd be nice to keep it with very little other color. And so I'm going to try a couple things, but again, I'm just going to decide that no, I just want to keep it in the teals, and I don't want to add in any more colors. Okay, so I cut a lot of that out because it was kind of tedious, And so I took out this LE Studio journaling cards that I had kind of set aside to try to use up for the month of October. And I'm going to end up using, there was one card that had those chevrons like I wanted, but in the teal. And then on the side, it just says, "This is true happiness." And so I'm going to end up using that. And then I'm going to use one of the cards that came in the kit, and it just says hello. And I'm going to use that. And I'm going to try to use some of those vellum stickers. And that was probably the package that I had the most trouble using, but I do end up using some of those vellum stickers on this layout. So now I'm looking through some other LE Studio embellishments, and it's just little circles, and I end up using a couple on this layout, 2 or 3. And then I'm looking to see what else I have there, and I believe I'm going to use a camera from those chipboard, a heart, and a couple stars, all in the teals. And then from this package of October Afternoon, I'm going to take a teal label that says "This is my fave," and I'm going to use that. And then there's going to be a teal camera in vellum that came from the kit too, and I'm going to use that. And I'm going to pull in the stickers from Heidi Swap, and I'm going to grab one of those. And it just says, one that says favorite, and then with the glitter letters that came in the kit, I'm going to spell out dog, so favorite dog. And then I took another circle one that says captured document, or capture document, and then you can put the date. And then to finish the circles, then that's where I'm going to take those LE Studio small circles, and I'm going to make a few other places that I add circles to the layout. So that, it was using the June kit, but now that I look at it, most of it was using stuff from my stash, from those 10 packages that I wanted to use, and that 6x6 paper pad. The only thing from the kit is the background paper and that little white card that I'm going to use that says hello, and that's where I'm going to put my title. And the vellum camera. And that's it. Everything else was from my stash. So only 3 things from the June kit. So I guess it wasn't really a June kit. It was more like a scrap my stash layout. And that's okay. If I can pull in stuff from my stash, and like I said, the goal that month was to use up things from my stash. So it was nice to be able to use some of these. So there is a little tab on that card, and usually I love to sort of feature the tab, but this time around I'm just going to layer my photo right over top because I want those chevron arrows at the top. And now I'm going to glue the entire background to that cardstock. And then I'm going to keep going with the layout. I believe this layout was done, I think it was early September, and there was always excuse me, there was always something else to sort of put up because I had the September hip kit, and then I had the October hip kit, and then I did the hip kit online thing, and then I have my December daily that I'm working on. So I had 4 layouts that I kind of kept unreserved for the days that I was going to get low on layouts. and that day has come. I'm really low on layouts to upload, so I'm didn't get into those reserve. I think I only have like 6 ahead, but next week I have 5 days off, and I should be able to bust out a bunch of layouts and December daily. I want to get ahead on my December daily. So I glued down that pattern paper on, and then I went to 3 areas and I kind of ripped it and kind of folded it in, and I really like that you could see just a little bit of that other pattern paper to the back side, and I like that. And sometimes what I did once or twice is I end up putting another pattern paper behind it, and it really makes it look like, you know, there's sort of other pattern papers kind of peeking from behind it, and I really like that. It adds really a splash of color, although this time around I didn't do that. I just folded the corners. And now I'm going through the rest of the embellishments and kind of trying to, you know, I had taken a whole bunch and took the stickiness away, and now I'm trying to figure out where exactly they're going to fit in each cluster. Okay, so I kind of said everything that I wanted to say about the layout. So the last few minutes I kind of sped it up to ×8. So if you see a big difference in, you know, the speed, it's, you know, because I kind of said everything that I needed to say about the layout, so I didn't want to drag it on for too long. So this is the circle where I added the word dog with the glitter letters that came in the kit, and then I'm going to add a little heart from one of the freckled fawn kits. It's just a bunch of little hearts. I really love that package, and I have it all used up. And then the top cluster, I put one of those vellum cameras, one of the chipboard from Heidi Swap, a little star, a heart, and an asterisk, and some twine. The top cluster, I put one of those vellum stickers that I pulled from my stash, one of those circles that were from Ellie Studio, a heart, an asterisk, and some twine. And then the bottom cluster, same thing. I just put a small circle, some of that vellum sticker, a star, and a little heart, and some twine. And then the middle cluster just has that favorite dog, a camera, and a heart, and an asterisk. And then directly on the photo, I just put one of those chipboard stickers that were from Heidi Swap, and it just says cute, and it's pointing to, you know, my grandson and the dog that they're hugging, and it was so cute. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to add some mist to the background using some Mr. Huey. And that's it. So if you want to see more close-ups, you can join me on my Facebook group, and there's over 1,350 women, and we all share our pages, and a whole bunch of ladies are doing process videos and sharing them there, and just encouraging each other to get her done. And every month I issue a challenge. And then you can join me on my blog, and that's where I post more close-ups of each layout. And where else? I try to post on a cherry on top, paper clipping, Instagram, Twitter. Am I ever forgetting something? I think that's about it. So if you enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out and just letting YouTube know and giving me a thumbs up, and that would be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. Bye.